True Seeker, major omission in the last video. I meant to talk about this book, The World Ends in Hickory Hollow, in addition to what I posted about Acts 11:26 and Christianity. Anyhow, it might be better it's a separate video this way. What I want you to know, aside from this, what we're looking at, is that books have been written in history that have come true. For example, there's a book written in 1898 called Futility, Wreck of the Titan. And that was the year 98. And what's interesting is the word prophet equals 98. Anyhow, that book is about the world's biggest boat ever built, passenger liner, sailing from the UK to the United States and sinks on an iceberg its first sail, named the Titan. Written in 1898, 14 years before the Titanic sunk on an iceberg. And that story is the same story as the Titanic. I have a video on that. Also, there's another book called The Final Jihad, written by the brother of the governor of Oklahoma at the time of the Oklahoma City bombings. The book was written before the events of the Oklahoma City bombing. The main character in the book is named Tom McVeigh, a lot like Tim McVeigh. All the events in that book are what took place in the Oklahoma City bombing and more. That said, plenty of books are written about all sorts of events that do not come true, but the point I'm making is books really are written about, put out, and then later go from fiction to prophetic tellings. So here's one. The World Ends in Hickory Hollow. The recent theater shooting in Antioch, Tennessee, was at the complex called Hickory Hollow. If you do a web search for Hickory Hollow, I'm pretty sure this is the only thing you're going to bring up is this complex in Antioch, Tennessee. Now, this book is about a nuclear fallout, national fallout scenario. Notice that Tennessee has gematria 106, just like the word nuclear bomb, just like the word prophecy. And further, what I want to say is that I am someone who does not believe nuclear weapons are real. I think they're part of the fear mongering. But that said, I don't know what kind of weapons technology the powers that be have. I know they're quite capable, but to what extent I do not know. Anyhow, moving on. This book was published in 85, which is interesting because 85 was coded into the theater shooting. It took place on August 5th, and the theater complex it happened at, the Carmicky Hickory 8, has gematria of 85. I did videos on the three theater shootings and how they're all synced up through the numbers 58 and 85. This book, published in 85. What's interesting is The World Ends in Hickory Hollow has gematria of 155, and this number is very much connected to Christianity. In the story, they said the shooter was arrested 11 years earlier in Murfreesboro, which also has the gematria of 155. And again, Antioch is the cradle of Christianity. The word Christian is used one time in the Bible, Acts 11:26. Talked about where the original Christians hail from. And then we find this Christianity coding in the title. And Antioch is home of the Hickory Hollow complex in Tennessee. The author's name, Ardath Mehar, has interesting gematria, 55, an important number. Words such as numerology and Satan have gematria 55. And the name in simple English gematria sums to 118. The word death in Jewish gematria is 118. Hickory Hollow and World Ends in Hickory Hollow also have some familiar gematria. 311 was heavily coded in this shooting. The shooter's last name, Montano, gematria of 311. So altogether, it becomes a little bit concerning, Truth Seeker. It's like, could this be another one of their foretellings by the numbers? With regards to Hickory Hollow, that gematria of 174 is interesting. Let's see if I can pull up what I wanted to show you. Yes, that gematria is interesting because the first theater shooting, also coded with these numbers 58 and 85, was showing Batman Dark Knight Rises, which has this gematria of 174 as well. And if you've seen that movie, it ends with a nuclear bomb explosion as well, but kind of a happy ending. But again, following this theme. 174, the gematria of New World Order. So that's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. Just wanted to show you these very interesting things. At least so I think. All right, until next time.